Sawasdee krap and welcome to Phuket Xtra. Today we're at the Phuket Zoo. We're in pursuit of information about the 13-year-old orangutan, Milo. We'll find out more about the Milo story later in the bulletin. There are wildlife officials here and plenty of other interested people, so we'll see what happens. But first to today's other news stories. Police are hoping that reviewing CCTV footage will shed some new light on how 3-year-old Nong DJ ended up lost in hillside jungle 2 weeks ago. Door-to-door questioning of local residents hasn't provided police with any new information, and Nong DJ, still recovering in hospital, hasn't had a lot to say about the matter up to date. The Turkish ambassador to Thailand is returning to Bangkok after a quick visit to Phuket, where he met Vice Governor Prasyad. He passed on some complaints about airport overcrowding problems, with immigration officials not understanding Turkish tourists, and requests for additional documents in addition to their passports. Surprise raids on jet ski operators' homes and some prominent people are continuing following yesterday's dawn raid, which netted police 58 suspects, 14 who were wanted on warrants. 300 officers kicked off an anti-crime blitz that will continue until Sunday. Police collected guns, ammunition, psychotropic drugs, counterfeit goods and 2 luxury cars. Among those arrested were 28 jet ski operators facing charges of breaking jet ski regulations, whatever that means. And we'll return to the Milo story here at the Phuket Zoo right after this short break. This is Phuket Xtra.
Bounce into 2016 with the coolest club in town. 50 Fly Trampoline at Big C in Car 2 is the first trampoline club on the island. Bounce back into fitness and have some fun as well.
Welcome back to Phuket Xtra. Coming to you today from the Phuket Zoo. We'll find out more about the Milo story in just a moment. The International Air Transport Association, representing more than 400 airlines worldwide, is warning that Suvarnabhumi Airport is a safety risk due to unresolved soft spots. Tony Tyler, IATA's CEO, says Suvarnabhumi has a major role to play regionally and globally, but that Thailand's biggest international airport now has significant safety issues as well as problems with parts of the tarmac, with aircraft getting stuck in some soft spots due to some substandard materials. From March 20, a new immigration rule comes into force that will ban foreigners from re-entering Thailand if they overstay their visa by more than 90 days. Foreigners who voluntarily come forward for overstaying more than 90 days will be banned from re-entering the country for a year. Overstays of more than a year will face a 3-year ban. You get the idea. Authorities are warning that those who don't report themselves and hand themselves in will be arrested and prosecuted and face even longer bans. We've had officers arrive from the Crime Suppression Division, also wildlife officers, around about 20 of them, and they're here as part of an inspection. Now, we've already found out that Milo, the 13-year-old orangutan, a female, she's not here at the zoo. We'll be finding out very soon from Vicky Keeley, who's been following this story, exactly what's happened to Milo and a background to the story. But for now, a bit of a meeting that we're not allowed to be involved in. We're now speaking to Kun Pisha, who is a consultant for the Phuket Zoo, and speaking on behalf of them today. We've also got Kun Mango from the Phuket News, who's going to provide a bit of interpretation. Kun Pisha, big question, where is orangutan Milo?
ค่ะคุณปีชาคะลิงอุรังอุตังไมโลตอนนี้อยู่ที่ไหนแล้วคะ
ลิงตอนนี้นะเราพาไปปล่อยแล้วนะปล่อยที่ภูเขาแถวเขาพระแทวอะนะแต่ถ้าชาวบ้านเขาหาเจอ
So คุณปีชา said Milo orangutan already released somewhere in the mountain in Khao Patel.
Did the zoo have all the documentation and certificates to keep Milo here? Was Milo at the zoo legally?
ทางภูเก็ตซูอะค่ะสวนสัตว์ภูเก็ตเนี่ยมีเอกสารหรือไม่
มีอะไรทุกอย่างนึง
มีไลเซนส์ใบรับรอง
ไปจะเอาที่ไหนเข้ามาปล่อยใครมาให้คุณนะคุณถามคนนี้โอเคเขามาทิ้งเอาไว้อะค่ะหนูขออนุญาตแปลSo
he said Milo orangutan doesn't have the certificate or document at all because of she used to be released. Then he keep her to be in the zoo.
Well, as part of this ongoing story about Milo, we've spoken to a number of people. We're now speaking to Vicky Kiley. Vicky's been following Milo for up to 5 years and is very interested in the story and brought us to the attention of Milo a few weeks ago. Vicky, what's happening?
So basically, I moved to Phuket a couple of years ago, and when the dolphinarium opened next door here, I was waiting for the time. Actually, they wouldn't let me in, so I said I'd just come into the zoo and check on the welfare of the animals in here. And I saw Milo, and I'd remember seeing her years ago with my family when I'd been here. So she was terribly overweight, and I got some video and I sent it to other friends who are animal rights activists that had also been in for previous years, checking on her. They'd brought her in toys and different stimuli to kind of enrich her environment, which were all taken away. So I think people have campaigned for her in the past.
Is it wrong for a zoo to have an orangutan in it?
Is it right to have a zoo, full stop? I don't. Yeah,
a bigger question.
Yeah, I mean, my answer is going to be it's 100% wrong to have an orangutan.
Okay, let's talk about Milo. Milo's not here today. We've had the officials come in. What do we know about where Milo is? They're saying she's been released to the wild. It seems a very unsatisfactory answer.
Yeah, it's very concerning to me, and I think this might be a bit of a wild goose chase. I don't know. So, I mean, I checked her enclosure. She's not there. She normally responds if I knock on the roller blind. So she's not there. I'm actually very concerned for her well-being. If they say that they've dumped her into the forest, she's only had human care, so she won't know how to really take care of herself. She'll struggle. And she's very overweight, so she's not very mobile. She only moves, if you see I've got a video where she only moves from her room to the seat. That's it. That's her exercise for the day. So I think she's going to struggle. I'm very concerned. Hopefully we can get in touch with the Wildlife Reserve today and see if there's been any sight of her, but I don't know, Tim.
I don't want to put words in your mouth, but
exactly.
Do you think what we've seen today is just a bit of a snow job? It seemed to me when the officials arrived here, they were very chummy with the officials here at the zoo. What's going on?
Well, I just followed them around, so they didn't even stop at Milo's enclosure. They just kept on going. They seem to have a list of animals, so I think they're doing an inspection of the zoo and checking which animals are registered to be here. It's my guess. Again, this is just a guess. So they completely just bypassed her. I even tried to stop one of them and say this is where she was, and they didn't want to listen. So I'm hoping that with the proof that we've got in the last few weeks of her being here, that there will be a search for her.
Vicky, thank you very much for your interest in Milo's welfare. Thank you for bringing the story to the attention of the Phuket News and Phuket Xtra. And if anybody knows any more about Milo or sees Milo out in the wild, please get in contact with us, and we promise that we'll keep you up to date with the story about Milo. This has been Phuket Xtra, today coming to you from the Phuket Zoo.